Number two question is, what other business was Stadium Schools involved in? They didn't really tell us much about that area. But when we read in chapter 4, titled The Case of Visa Denied, we get to know that when we read chapter 4, we got to know that Mr. Esoro, also known as Mr. Wala, was transferred to Stadium Hub. And how did we know about Mr. Esoro? How did we know about Mr. Wala? We get to know that Mr. Wala was the teacher that Bibi was so scared of because he had tribal marks. So because of her fear, her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ladele, Mrs. Mary Ladele, and Mr. Dele, they had to call the school to complain about that because this girl had nightmares and she was always screaming. She even had to transfer from her house, that's blue house, to green house, her brother's house. So Mr. Iso was transferred to Stardom Hub. So we don't know what they do in Stardom Hub. Maybe it's somewhere for activities, but we just know that he was transferred to Stardom Hub. The next question quickly. Who was accused wrongly and got detained for corruption? This person was Chief Didi Ogba. Chief Didi Ogba was said to have had an alleged misappropriation of 2.5 billion naira and was in detention for 36 months. So the case dragged for 5 years. And you remember that Banky called Tochi's dad. Tochi's dad is Chief Didi Ogba. Banky called him an ex-convict. You can read that in chapter 8, titled Missions Unaccomplished. Now, let's quickly go to number 4. What subject did Mr. Justus Annabel handle in Stardom Schools? Yes, when we read chapter 1, titled Dusk, we get to know that he was teaching chemistry. Chemistry was the subject Mr. Justus Annabel handled. So he was the chemistry teacher. Number 5, what was Beppo's response when Mrs. Ape asked him what the matter was? Remember chapter 1, Mrs. Grace Ape kept asking him. He took the mic and then he was crying. The mic fell from him and then he kept crying. Then Mrs. Grace Ape, who is the vice principal, went to meet him to say, principal, is there anything the matter? And he didn't say anything. So he did not utter a word. He just kept sobbing. Yes, he kept crying. But when Mrs. Ibidun Gloss came to school and then she asked him what the problem was, he said, "Thank you, I'll be all right." So you can find that in chapter 1, titled Dusk. Now the next question, what was the king or Kabiyesi of Badagry called? He was called Akran of Badagry, Akran of Badagry. You can find that in chapter 9, titled Laughing Waterfalls. I hope I've been able to help. Bye.